like it, dads like it. Even good old Auntie Madge likes it. Nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. People who dig holes like it. Not to mention mom. Blokes with no hair like it.
Folks with no hair like it. Get a load of that. It's Wilcox Organic. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Wilcox Organic is stopping in the house. It's gotta be GMO Tuesday. Sarah Lee. Nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. I want you to remember that. I want you to remember that. I'm going to show you why. I got a special guest. They're on their way. They haven't got here yet. We'll see if they show up before we're done here today. But, yeah, you're going to like it. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. But Wilcox Organic, I mean, look at those nice, white, bright, beautiful eggs. They're boiled eggs, ladies and gentlemen. Boiled eggs from Wilcox Organic, certified by Oregon Tilth. They've been around since 1909. I don't know in 1909 if they were putting boiled eggs in this kind of packaging. Remember, you know, hey, No Ideas Media, Nick, now that guy over there, he did a thing on packaging a while back. Cloverleaf, kind of misleading with the butterfly and stuff, and I agree with him on that. The labeling's gotten to be crazy, the packaging's gotten to be crazy, but there's a labeling thing going on. I haven't heard anything new about it. Talking to Zen Honeycutt over there, the Drop Dead Gorgeous, another one of those non-GMO girls, Zen Honeycutt, she hasn't got back to me, so I'll have to see what's happening. But they were talking about it last night in their meeting, the labeling initiatives. Of course, the infamous Debbie, let me stab my constituents in the back, stabbing them now, gave us the QR code, voluntary labeling, as that meant something to anybody. GMO Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Foothill Feed and Mercantile. Foothill Feed and Mercantile, they got that non-GMO food. They got the certified organic animal feed. If you need them, look them up. They're 775-852-099. They're 1330 Geiger grade, Reno, Nevada. If you're in the northern Nevada area, I'm negotiating for some T-shirts. You need advertising? I got your name. It'll show up right here. Hey, we can work a deal. I need clothes. Send me a T-shirt. I'll put it on. I'll wear it for you. I need clothes. Humidity's killing me here, man. I can't keep up with the laundry, so I guess I just wear a new shirt every day. Your name right here. It's crazy. It's crazy. Monsanto. You know, when I read this, folks, this is insane. Of course, today's opening statements in the Monsanto trial, Johnson v. Monsanto, and the deception of the century trial, if you will, because that's what this is all about. Let's make no mistakes about this. This is what this is about on this trial. It's about deceiving the good people who buy your product and use your product. It's about lying to them is what it is. It's not, we can put all the lipstick we want on the duck. It's going to quack at the end of the day, and it's still going to come down to they lied. They were not forthcoming. Their veracity sucks. I don't care how you phrase it. They lied. And they used organizations like the Genetic Literacy Project to do this. And if anybody can't see past it, your blinders are so tunnel visioned that you can't follow the money. You can't look at the employees. You can't look at the opinions and use a little common sense. Then you need to get out of the kitchen, put the Kool-Aid down, get out of the kitchen, and go for a walk and smell the flowers. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I've been banned, permanently banned from commenting on Genetic Literacy Project articles via the Discus commenting platform. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how people shape narratives. This is how they do a brainwash. Oh, wait a minute, he's disruptive. All I've done is tell the truth. I pointed out the truth in my comments. Now, by banning me, they pull those comments from the comment section. By doing that, it goes back to the algorithms. They trip an algorithm because now it's nothing negative. Now it's all warm and fuzzy. And oh, by the way, we're in the middle of a court case. Having a difficult time right now, Monsanto is, and it begins with a P. It's a legal term, and I'm drawing a blank on it. But this is a civil case, and it's basically the jurors keep coming up, Monsanto saying, hey, they're not going to be fair. They have a point of view. Jurors are saying things like, there's so much propaganda out there, we think they're evil. They're not forthcoming. Corporates have a long history of deceiving the public. This is comments that are coming out of potential jurors in the Monsanto trial. This is how bad this company is. It's not that there's one side or the other, because there is this side over here. And remember, this side, when they talked about it on the labeling initiative before, Debbie let me stab my constituents in the back, stabbing them now, gave us a QR code that was voluntary. And any QR code I've seen, ladies and gentlemen, takes me to a propaganda website, just like Genetic Literacy Project, just like No GMO, a propaganda website. My opinion. What can I say? My opinion. But again, let's go back to a little common sense. Use a little common sense. A little common sense. But I find it ironic that Monsanto crying about not getting a fair shake. Isn't that kind of like, I believe it was Kennedy Jr. said this. It's Monsanto making this claim that they're not going to get a fair shake is kind of like, you know, somebody killing his parents, going to court and saying, hey, you got to feel sorry for me because I'm an orphan. Little common sense, a little common sense. Big brands are shady and tainted studies used for propaganda purposes. They have killed people. These are comments that actual jurors, potential jurors, are saying. So they're having a problem seating a jury right now. Did you think anything else? Remember, it wasn't a 50-50 thing, this side or that side. It was all on this side, and these handful of people over here participating in the pecuniary greed activity that is running so rampant in the FDA, the USDA, and the EPA. Oh, and by the way, Debbie let me stab my constituents in the back, stabbing them now. Politicians taking the money and run. Taking the money and run. That's what they're doing. They're taking that money. They're going to get voted out. Now we got a big mess. We got to deal with it. We got to deal with it. But it's coming along. Lake Tahoe markets, of course. Lake Tahoe markets, Lake Tahoe, California, Nevada. If you're up in that area, they got the only online farmers market there. You can give Steve a holler. He'll get you squared away. They do order today, delivery on Friday. Delivery on Friday. There's a huge push in Canada, the grain farmers. They don't want to use glyphosate. They're moving away from glyphosate as a drying agent. Oh, yeah, but when you get in the threads on websites like Genetic Literacy Project that Discus commenting platform is endorsing by allowing them to censor commentary to shape their narrative, yes. They'll tell you, oh, no, they're not using glyphosate like that. They don't use it on wheat. Wheat's not a GMO. They've been doing it for a long time. Now we find GMO wheat, and we're not hearing about it for a year later. That means that harvest is in the food supply. Hello, where is it? Who ate it? What are you growing? Well, I mean, come on. It was never supposed to leave a clinical field trial, which would be contained in a greenhouse type setting, so it can be contained. Some kind of protection so it doesn't go anywhere, but all of a sudden, mysteriously, miraculously, in perfect rows, we have wheat in Oregon. We have wheat in Montana. We have wheat in Washington. It's up in Canada. How'd it get there? It wasn't supposed to leave. You gonna lay the immaculate conception theory on me that, oh, it was willed or whatever? Speaking of greenhouses, in the description, ladies and gentlemen, there's a link. What type of greenhouse is right for you? Do you need a hoop house? Do you need what they call a northern hoop, where it's got some straight walls and a little thing on it? Do you need a big 60 by 30? What do you need? What's the right one for you? Climate control, all that kind of good stuff in there. We all know that the FDA, the USDA, and the EPA have been purchased, have been compromised, just like our FBI and DOJ, the Department of Justice have. But let's focus on them for just a minute, because, of course, every day, and I'm picking up people left and right again, people starting to get on the bandwagon and say, hey, Mr. President, Mrs. President, Mr. Pruitt, Sonny Perdue, and that clown at the FDA, please get the poison out of our food. It's becoming so bad. Countries are not allowing this to go on. And Monsanto is going to court to try to sue them to force their will, if you will. And this is what's going on. When you see jurors saying this, they're looking at the big picture. People look at the big picture, unlike these idiot politicians that are taking the money in the tunnel that they're in. They're thinking that we're all dumb. We're all going to believe whatever propaganda they generate, but they're not buying it. That's what this problem on the Monsanto trial with jury selection is telling me. USDA, FDA, EPA, whom do your elected officials represent, ladies and gentlemen? Those people represent us. Whom do your elected officials represent? That's how we got here. That is how Monsanto is on trial for what they're on trial now. They have been allowed, they have purchased, they have planted their employees, their ex-lawyers, their whatever in the global picture of whatever. That's what they've done. The agencies that are supposed to protect us. I want to ask you something. Just how legitimate, how honorable is the certified organic by the USDA? Do we have a USDA office in Sumatra? Do we have one in Peru, in Colombia? But yet foods that come out of these countries are certified USDA organic. How is that when they have no regulations? Hello? How are these other countries getting the USDA certified organic stamp? Food for thought on this GMO Tuesday. Food for thought. And I bring this up because the FDA, the EPA, and the USDA want to be included. There's legislation out there, and I say get on the phones. Tell them now, say no, 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 no. Whom do your elected officials represent? The organic standards want to include FDA, EPA, and USDA. We know they're tainted. Why do we want to include them? We want organic natural food. We don't want the garbage that they approve because they formerly worked at Monsanto, at Dow, at DuPont, at whatever chemical company, Stouffer's, whatever, and they're getting $1 billion severance package as they go work at the EPA and the FDA and writes papers like substantially equivalent. And oh yeah, it's going to be free food, cool. garbage. It's garbage. You know it. I know it. There's also a link for a complimentary bottle of lavender oil. You get a smelly there, fellas? Get some lavender on you, man. The girls dig it. Girls dig it. Girls dig it. Don't forget the non-GMO ladies there, guys. MDG Blogger got some good stuff over there. Paula Merritt, Paula's Healthy Living, you know she does. Zen Honeycut Moms across America, they got us live feeds going on. And of course, they're all drop dead gorgeous. Carrie Gillum, Whitewash, she's been posting up. I've been following her posts on the Twitter. All these people heavily watching the trial. They're watching the Monsanto trial. It's what's going on. It's what's going on in the GMO world right now. Everybody is going to be paying very close attention to this. In closing, some good news coming out of the cannabis corner, if you will. This week, Farm Bill includes legislation for hemp. And I just kind of got a little prediction. Hemp, ladies and gentlemen, I really do believe is going to be the next agriculture boom. If you have some property you want developed, think about hemp. Start looking at hemp. And the reason is it's a pretty efficient crop. It has thousands of products can be made from hemp. Thousands of products can be made from an acre of hemp. And we don't even want to go down the road. You know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say? You can make more in 1 acre of hemp than you can in 200 acres of trees. It's a renewable crop every year. You can get it going. You rotate things around. You do it. Something to think about. It's something to think about in agriculture is the future. You know, what do you want to do? Hey, maybe you inherited 50 acres somewhere. That's enough to do some hemp production and do something, get some hops going on, a couple other things. You have a good time. Think about it. That's something to think about. Maybe I can help. Maybe I can. Hey, if you like what you hear, we're going to be following. If I get anything, I'll pop a little special edition on this Monsanto trial because I do have a couple people that are contacting me all the time. If when things develop, we knew yesterday that they weren't going to start the opening arguments today. Little rough when you can't seat a jury. And again, does Monsanto have a case? Are they going to dodge a bullet again? Are they going to dodge legal something because they bought a judge or they bought a juror or they did something? They're having a hard time seating a jury, so we'll see what happens. We know the company's goofy. We know they're bad. We know they lie. They've been lying about this glyphosate since 1974. They've been lying right from the very beginning, told us it was safe for animals and people in the very beginning. They've been lying the entire time they've had it patented. So let's not pretend that they're this upright company trying to conduct business. They've jeopardized our entire health system. They've jeopardized everything to do with life. It's crazy. They make poisons. They make chemicals. Everything. I mean, think about how everything is in plastic now. And what do we have? A disposal problem. Why aren't these kind of thoughts, okay, how are we going to dispose of this and recycle it? Why isn't this being set up when they build a store so you can bring all that nasty plastic back from everything and put it in something that they can redo something with it? Why do we got to, why? That's, you keep hearing all these people bitch about global warming. Global warming, perhaps the earthquakes that are going on and the volcanoes are going on have something to do with that. Ain't nothing we're doing, folks. That's the earth doing it. Especially the one under the Antarctic that's melting the shelf. Yeah. Don't listen to Al Gore, though. He's not going to tell you that's the problem. He's going to tell you it's your problem. So buy this product over here that I'm invested in. And oh, by the way, if President Trump thinks we're crazy, we'll just lie about him. That's what Elon Musk did. Got heavily invested in the photovoltaic voltaic, however you say the goofy word, the solar panels. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, all them solar panels. The guy's invested in the technology. Now he's got a bad-mouth Trump because bad Trump calls a spade like a spade. Hey, you guys are nuts, man. That's fake science. Get out of here. Volcano under the Antarctic. The volcanoes all around the world spewing thousands of degrees of heat into the atmosphere. No, that's not going to change the condition of the planet like everybody smoking a cigarette. Just saying, folks, just saying. It's not all our fault. Hi, Thomas. Hope you're having a great day, dude. Hey, I got to get out of here, folks. It's that time. We got a lot going on. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station. Remember, nobody doesn't like Sarah Lee. Sarah Lee didn't show up, but you can bet. Sarah Lee going to come join Wilcox Organic as special guests on GMO Tuesday. Wilcox Organic's been around since January of 2017. January 2017, been around, hanging out. Wilcox Organic. Gotta love it, ladies and gentlemen. Gotta love it. If you like what you hear, thumbs up, subscribe to the station. That's how it works. You know it does. You know it does. And hey, if you can help keep the lights on, hit the website, give us a donation. It's all great. Have a great day. Let's all be safe out there.